How much of your diet is processed foods? You know, those foods that are in a box and very quick to make? If your family is thinking that they are being fed nutrition by these foods, then please take a listen to this podcast. Welcome to my podcast, Giving You a Fresh Start After Trauma. I'm Regina Sanchez, your host, and I'm so glad you're here. Starting over after trauma can be a blend of real pain and some hope, sadness and then some joy. It's a mixture of moments of faith and then moments of fear. There will be times when you'd rather not remember, but then times of excitement. You may fail along the way, but if you keep moving forward, your discouragement will turn to peace. Some days you may feel like giving up, and other days you're running in your race to victory. That, my friend, is a journey of having a fresh start after trauma. And if you are in any of these places and need some encouragement, you have stopped at the right place. Let's journey together to giving you a fresh start after trauma. Join me now to be revived, rejuvenated, and restored to a place of living free from your past emotional pain. Welcome, friends, to my podcast, Giving You a Fresh Start After Trauma. I have a quick message for you today regarding our food supply. So let's jump in. Recently, the Trump administration enacted multiple policies that significantly benefited Bayer. His policies also included this executive order to boost the production of glyphosate, or better known as Roundup. Man, I was so bummed. I was not a happy camper. I was distressed when I read this news. I was like, what? Are you kidding? But the more I thought about it, I felt there's got to be something more behind these policies because I know how he feels about the food sources and I know the promises that he's made. So this just didn't line up with what path we were going on to kind of clean up our food. So let me add this added note to the whole Bayer situation. Bayer has already paid over $100 billion to cancer victims over glyphosate or Roundup. And there are now still 180 pending lawsuits from this company, from this poison, from this toxin that's on our food. So the president's policies were so confusing to me. Fortunately, shortly after hearing about what the president did, Robert Kennedy came out and explained why this occurred. And he stated that if legislation was passed to stop the glyphosate or the Roundup in our food supply would collapse. Yep, you heard that. Our food supply would collapse. Because you see, our food supply is no longer running or growing on living soil. It is chemical driven. Our soil has been destroyed. Our food people, our food friends have been weaponized. Do you ever take some time and ask, what are we eating? Our crops are sprayed with chemicals that are designed to kill life. And then we consume these products daily. And we wonder why chronic illness is exploding and why, it's being treated like a mystery. Like, why? Why all these chronic illnesses happening? Know that, think about this. Think about this situation or the statement I'm going to make. If your food can go bad, meaning it has a shelf life, it's good for you. But if your food can't go bad, it has a long shelf life, it is not good for you. It makes you wonder, is one hand in the pocket of another? I believe so. It's like, let's destroy our food supply with chemicals, and when people get sick, let's give them more chemicals to think, in the way of medication, to think they're getting healed. Oh my gosh, what a profitable marketing plan. I love this statement that was made. When diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. So if our diets were pure, eating whole, real foods, we wouldn't need medication. Why is autoimmune disease on the rise? Why do more and more people have metabolic dysfunction? Why is cancer now being called turbo cancer since the COVID vaccines? Why are young people having myocarditis? Oh my gosh, these are really important questions that we all need to sit back and think about it. And patients are told, oh, it's aging or it's genetics, or frankly, they don't even know. But understand this, genetics cannot proliferate that quickly. They just can't. It's just not a possibility. So it's not genetics. And it's not even aging. They don't know? I think on some level they do. So can we take a step back and look at what we're putting in our body, thinking it's nutrition? There's a thought that says that 90% of foods in the grocery stores right now did not exist 100 years ago. But neither did 90% of the diseases. Makes you think. Our society is getting sicker and sicker. And these systems are getting wealthier and wealthier, and they're doing it on our illnesses and diseases. Bottom line is that we are in a sad place in our society that our food production is dependent on chemicals. Otherwise, our food supply won't survive. Who is that profiting? Not us. The corporations that we are dependent on for our food are too big and too profitable to take down single-handed. But does that mean this is an unfixable problem? No, I don't believe so. These corporations are growing because we feed and we support them by continuing to purchase their products. We buy their products and we eat them. We get sick, and instead of changing our lifestyles, we take in their chemical medications. What if we got mad enough and said no more? We could then gradually chip away at their greed and bring them down, one healthy person at a time. Because if you got yourself healthy, you wouldn't be eating those foods. So how about you? Are you in for the journey? Can you say no? Can you get mad enough and say no? Can you change the things in your life and say no more? The steps are simple, friends. They really are. But what makes it hard is breaking our habits of convenience and not wanting to change the things that need to be changed. We become creatures of habits. I know it can seem hard and it can seem confusing to start. But as a life and health coach, I can help you on that journey. So get mad. Don't allow these corporations to poison you any longer. Let's get started, friends. Let's get mad. Let's get mad and say no more. Let's take down these corporations one healthy person at a time. Are you with me? I hope so. So thanks for listening, friends. I hope this short message blessed you. It's not to bring condemnation on you. If you are one of those people that has a pantry full of processed foods, it's to help you wake up. It's to help you say no more. It's to help you take your health back and be in control. So friends, be blessed, be encouraged. Share this message with someone you know who may need to hear it. And I just pray that you will become that healthy person as well. Thanks again for listening. Be blessed, be encouraged, and know that you are loved. God bless. Thank you, my friends, for taking the time to listen to my podcast. I hope you found it uplifting and encouraging, and that it guides you to having peace, love, joy, and health in your life. If you would like more information on my coaching programs, then go to my website, reginasanchez.com, where you can see the services I offer to give you a fresh start after trauma. You can also find my book, Can I Have Your Heart, Daddy, on Amazon. It is my personal journey back to the heart of my Heavenly Father. Be blessed, be encouraged, and know that you are loved.